Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the garage today I got a 2005 Ford F-150 and the check engine light is on, and also just sitting at idle it seems to be running really rough, and then when accelerating seems like the truck is jerking really bad and just has a big loss of power. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on. Alright, so really quick I just want to show you guys what codes are popping up. Since our check engine light was on, I went ahead and grabbed my scan tool. And you guys can go to AutoZone, Advance, O'Reilly's, and they should be able to scan your car for free to be able to tell you what codes are popping up. But as you can see, the first one is P0302, and that's saying cylinder number 2 is misfiring, which could be, you know, a few things from a bad spark plug or to a bad coil, something like that. And then we also got P0010, which is saying intake camshaft position actuator circuit, which could be multiple things from the VVT solenoid or something going bad, or your cam phasers as well. And then same thing, which I'm going to do a separate video on this, but for right now we're going to focus on the misfire. And you can see fourth code there, same thing, P0302, cylinder 2 misfire. So let's take a look under the hood real quick. So go ahead and pop your hood. Alright, so with the hood open, the passenger side here is going to be bank 1, and then the driver's side is going to be bank 2, and then the cylinders are numbered from the front 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so here on the passenger side, bank 1, since it's saying cylinder number 2 is misfiring, you'll want to just count back your coils. So you got cylinder 1, cylinder number 2 right here, the coil. And I think the easiest thing to try first is to see if your coil is bad. And to do that, what you can do is take cylinder number 2 coil, and we're going to swap it with cylinder number 1, and then go ahead and erase our codes. And then we'll take it for a little drive, and then we'll rescan our codes, and we'll see if it's saying cylinder number 1 is misfiring now, and that'll be a good sign that your coil is bad if it does say that. So let's go ahead and try that first. But before I start pulling anything, I'm just going to take some compressed air and blow out right around where these coils are, get some of that dust and dirt debris out of there. And then since we're going to be working on cylinder 1 here as well, I'm just going to disconnect this vacuum line here, and I think all you got to do is just push on this green little tab here. Yeah, just push that way and pull up on this, and that releases that, so you can kind of just get that out of the way. And then your coil bolt's going to be right here, which is going to be a 7mm. So let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll take that off. Once you get that off, you can go ahead and unplug your coil here. And there's just a tab right here. Let's go ahead and push that. And that pulls off just like that. And now let's go ahead and just pull our coil out of here. Just lift up. And the coil comes out like that. So now we'll go ahead and do the same thing. Cylinder number 2 here. And again, unplug that one. And then go ahead and pull that out. And then we'll go ahead and swap this one. Stick this in the place. Cylinder number 1 here. Just stick it down in there. Push down, make sure it's seated on the spark plug there. Then go ahead and grab your bolt. We'll go ahead and stick that back on there and tighten it up. And then go ahead and plug that in. And now we'll take originally cylinder number 1 and we'll replace that in cylinder number 2 here. So just go ahead and drop that down in there. And the same thing, we'll drop a bolt. Make sure it's seated. And then go ahead and plug this coil back in as well. And then go ahead and take your vacuum line here. We'll stick that back on. Should just have to push it on there. Just like that. Okay, so now with those two coils swapped, let's go ahead and erase our codes really quick. So as you can see, we got no codes now. So let's go ahead and take it for a drive, and then we'll rescan after we get back. Okay, so I just got back from my drive, and check engine light came on, and was still running exactly the same. And as you can see now, we got a P0301 cylinder 1 misfire. And then of course my same ones that I'm going to do a separate video on for those. And then also a P0171 system tune lean bank 1, which is probably due to that misfire on cylinder number 1 now. Which leads me to believe that the coil is bad. So I'll go ahead and get a replacement coil, and we'll go ahead and try that. Alright, so back under the hood here now. Now that we know cylinder number 1 is misfiring and cylinder number 2 isn't, that pretty much tells us that original coil that was on cylinder number 2 was bad, since we swapped it to cylinder number 1. So let's go ahead and replace that coil. And I went ahead and picked up a new one. I just ran by my local Advanced Auto Parts. There's the part number, just a CarQuest one. Paid about 60 bucks for this. You guys could probably get this cheaper on Amazon or rockauto.com. Maybe 25-30 bucks for one. I just didn't have time to wait for it since I needed it now. So let's go ahead and stick this in cylinder number 1 now. Alright, so just like before, go ahead and disconnect this vacuum line, get it out of the way here. Grab our 7mm, and let's go ahead and take that bad coil off. And then with your new coil, what I like to do, just take some dielectric grease, and I'll just put a little bit inside the spark plug boot here. Just kind of like that. And then go ahead and stick your new coil in here. Go ahead and plug your new coil back in. And that 7mm bolt doesn't take much torque, so don't over tighten it. Stick that on. And then go ahead and put your vacuum line back on here. Alright, so with our new coil in, let's go ahead and delete our codes again. So as you can see, no codes. Go ahead and take it for a spin again real quick, and then I'll pull the codes in one more time. Alright, so I just got back from a little drive again, and now I rescanned, and as you can see, I only got one code popping up, which is, I believe, that VVT solenoid, which I'm going to swap out, but I'm going to do a separate video on that. But truck seems to be running awesome. It's not cutting out or jerking anymore. So I believe we took care of that misfire problem. Alright, so that's going to do it for the video. Again, this was a 2005 Ford F-150 5.4 liter. And we had a cylinder number 2 misfiring. So I went ahead and swapped a couple coils around to see if the coil was bad. And when I did that swap, it moved the misfire as well, which pretty much told us that the coil was bad. So before you guys go ahead and start replacing plugs and doing any of that, just go ahead and check your coils like I did in this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos, and thanks for watching.